Ladies and gentlemen, there's a saying, character is what you do when no one's watching. But let me tell you something, someone is always watching. Men notice far more than they let on. And today, I want to open your eyes to 7 things you may not even realize you're being observed for. Men are often seen as simple creatures, but the truth is, they are observant in ways that many women don't realize. One of the first and most impactful things a man notices about a woman is the way she carries herself. This goes beyond just physical appearance. It's about presence, confidence, and the silent messages you send before you even say a word. Imagine walking into a room filled with people. Before a single conversation takes place, energy shifts. People naturally take notice of those who exude confidence, those who move with a quiet yet undeniable power. That's what men see. They notice how you walk, the way your shoulders sit, whether you stand tall or shrink into the background. It's not about arrogance or seeking attention. It's about self-assurance. A woman who moves with certainty, who embraces her own presence without needing validation, is magnetic. Posture plays a huge role in this. Think about the difference between someone who slouches, head down, arms crossed, and someone who stands with an open posture, shoulders back, head high. One signals insecurity, the other signals strength. And here's the key. Confidence isn't about being the loudest person in the room. In fact, true confidence is often quiet. It's the kind of energy that speaks before you do. It's also in the way you handle yourself in different situations. When things don't go as planned, do you panic or do you remain composed? When faced with a challenge, do you complain or do you tackle it head on? These are the moments when men take note. A woman who can maintain grace under pressure, who doesn't let the small things shake her, commands a different kind of respect. Another subtle yet powerful thing men notice is eye contact. The way you hold someone's gaze says a lot about your confidence level. Are you able to maintain eye contact in a conversation, or do you constantly look away? A steady gaze shows self-assurance, while darting eyes or constantly looking down can indicate insecurity. It's not about staring people down, but about engaging with a presence that says, I know who I am. Even your pace and mannerisms speak volumes. Have you ever seen someone walk into a room in a rush, fumbling with their bag, looking overwhelmed? Compare that to someone who enters with ease, takes their time, and appears fully present. The latter naturally draws attention. It's not about moving slowly, it's about moving with intention, with a sense of purpose. The way a woman carries herself is a reflection of how she feels about herself. Men can sense when a woman values herself, when she respects her own presence. And that, more than anything, is what captures attention. It's not about beauty, fashion, or trends. It's about energy, confidence, and the silent language of self-assurance. People don't just hear your words, they feel your energy. Long before a conversation even begins, your presence has already spoken. It's an unspoken language that men are highly attuned to, even if they don't always realize it consciously. Energy isn't something you can fake or force. It's something you project naturally, and it influences the way people respond to you. Think about the last time you met someone who instantly made you feel comfortable, someone whose presence alone seemed to brighten the room. Now, think about the opposite. Someone who carried tension, whose very presence felt heavy. That difference? That's energy. Men pick up on this instinctively. They notice whether you radiate warmth or if you seem closed off. It's not about always being cheerful or putting on a performance. It's about the overall vibe you bring into a space. When a woman walks in with positive energy, it's contagious. It's in the way she smiles, not just with her lips, but with her eyes. It's in the way she engages, the way she makes people feel seen and heard. She doesn't have to be the loudest person in the room, but there's something about her that draws people in. She listens with intent, speaks with clarity, and exists in a way that makes those around her feel at ease. Negative energy is just as noticeable. If someone carries resentment, bitterness, or constant negativity, it lingers in the air. It shows in their facial expressions, in their tone, in the way they react to small inconveniences. A woman who often complains, gossips, or radiates tension unknowingly creates a distance between herself and others. Even if she is physically attractive, her energy can push people away. Another thing men notice is how present you are. In a world full of distractions, being fully engaged is rare. A woman who puts her phone down, who truly listens, who makes people feel like they matter, that's powerful. It creates an emotional connection that goes beyond surface level attraction. Presence is attractive because it shows a level of confidence and emotional intelligence that's hard to ignore. Body language plays a huge role in this too. Open gestures, relaxed shoulders, a genuine smile. All of these nonverbal cues contribute to the energy you give off. A woman who constantly crosses her arms, avoids eye contact, or appears tense might be signaling discomfort or disinterest without realizing it. Meanwhile, someone who carries herself with openness and ease invites connection. Your energy is your unspoken introduction. It tells people who you are before you ever say a word. Men are drawn to women who bring light into a room, who make interactions feel effortless and uplifting. It's not about perfection, it's about authenticity. When your energy is grounded in self-assurance, kindness, and positivity, people can't help but notice. A person's true character isn't revealed in how they treat their friends, their colleagues, or those they admire. It's revealed in how they treat people who have nothing to offer them. Men pay close attention to this, often in ways women don't realize. It's easy to be kind when there's something to gain, but the moments that truly stand out are when kindness is given without expectation. Think about it. How do you treat a waiter at a restaurant, the barista at a coffee shop, the person cleaning the floors in a public space? Do you acknowledge them? Do you say thank you with sincerity, or do you barely notice them? These small interactions may seem insignificant, but they reveal a great deal about a person's heart. Men observe these moments carefully. A woman can be intelligent, successful, and physically attractive, but if she lacks kindness and empathy, it dulls everything else. On the other hand, a woman who treats people with respect and warmth, no matter who they are, leaves an impression that lasts. It's about more than just politeness. It's about genuine regard for others. Men also notice how you handle conflict, especially with people in positions of service. Do you lose patience over a minor inconvenience? Do you raise your voice when something doesn't go your way? Or do you handle situations with grace, understanding, and emotional maturity? A woman who can communicate her needs firmly but respectfully earns a different kind of respect. It shows emotional control, and that is something men admire deeply. Another thing men pay attention to is how you speak about others when they're not around. Gossip is an instant red flag. If a woman constantly criticizes others, belittles her friends, or speaks negatively about people in her life, men take note. Why? Because it signals that the same energy could be directed toward them one day. But a woman who uplifts others, who speaks with kindness even when no one is watching, has a different kind of presence, one that is rare and valued. It's not about being overly nice or pleasing everyone. It's about having integrity in how you treat people, no matter their role in your life. This extends beyond strangers. Men also observe how you interact with your family, your friends, and even animals. Do you show patience with a child? Do you extend warmth to someone struggling? Do you show care for the world around you in a way that feels natural, not performative? These are qualities that make a lasting impression. Action isn't just about appearance, it's about energy, kindness, and depth. A woman who carries herself with genuine respect for others, who treats people with dignity, regardless of status, naturally commands admiration. Men may not always articulate it, but they notice. And that kind of character, it stays with them long after the moment has passed. It's often said that the little things in life make the biggest impact. The same is true in the way people perceive each other. Men may not always vocalize it, but they are highly observant of the small details that make a woman unique. It's not just the grand gestures or the big moments that leave an impression. It's the subtle, almost imperceptible things she does that stand out the most. The way a woman smiles. Not just any smile, but the kind that reaches her eyes, the kind that is genuine and unforced. A forced or polite smile is different from the kind that comes from deep within. A smile that reflects warmth, joy, and authenticity. Men notice when a woman smiles in a way that lights up a room, when she laughs freely without holding back, when she expresses happiness in a way that feels unfiltered. Then there's the way she listens. It's easy to nod along in a conversation, but active listening is something entirely different. Men notice when a woman is truly engaged, when she maintains eye contact, when she responds thoughtfully rather than simply waiting for her turn to speak. A woman who makes people feel heard, who remembers small details from a past conversation, who shows that she genuinely cares about what is being said, these things do not go unnoticed. Another small yet powerful thing men pay attention to is how a woman expresses kindness. It's in the way she fixes a friend's hair without thinking, offers a comforting touch on the shoulder, or instinctively helps someone struggling with their bags. These actions may seem minor, but they reveal a lot about her nature. Men respect and admire women who are thoughtful in a way that isn't performative, who show care naturally without expecting anything in return. The way a woman carries herself in quiet moments is also something men notice. How she reacts when she thinks no one is watching, whether she takes a deep breath and composes herself after a stressful moment, whether she hums to herself when she's happy, whether she pauses to appreciate something beautiful. These seemingly small habits create an aura that is unique to her, and men find these things intriguing because they offer a glimpse into her true personality. Even everyday habits, like the way she tucks her hair behind her ear when she's thinking, the way she bites her lip when she's focused, or the way she adjusts her glasses absent-mindedly, can leave a lasting impression. These unconscious mannerisms make her distinct, and men who are truly paying attention will remember them long after she's gone. In a world that often emphasizes big gestures and grand displays, it's the little things that truly define a person. Men may not always be able to put it into words, but they notice, and more importantly, they remember. Because it's these small, genuine moments that make someone unforgettable. Passion and drive are two qualities that go beyond surface-level attraction. They define the depth of a person's character and the direction of their life. Men notice when a woman has something she is working toward, something that fuels her, something that makes her eyes light up when she talks about it. It's not about career success or financial achievement alone. It's about having a purpose, a goal, a reason to wake up every morning with excitement. There is something incredibly attractive about a woman who is dedicated to her passions, whether it's her career, a creative pursuit, personal growth, or a cause she deeply believes in. It shows that she has ambition, that she isn't just drifting through life, but actively shaping it. Men pay attention to how she talks about her dreams. Does she speak with enthusiasm? Does she put in the effort to make them a reality? Or does she simply go through the motions, waiting for life to happen to her? A woman who is motivated, who sets goals and works toward them, carries a different kind of energy, one that naturally draws people in. This drive isn't just about professional ambitions. It could be the way she invests in her hobbies, whether it's painting, writing, dancing, or learning something new. It could be the way she talks about wanting to travel the world, experience different cultures, or challenge herself in new ways. It could be her dedication to fitness, mental growth, or simply becoming the best version of herself. Whatever it is, passion is magnetic because it shows that she is engaged with life. Men also notice how a woman handles setbacks and challenges. Passion and drive don't just mean chasing dreams when things are easy. They mean pushing forward even when obstacles arise. Does she give up at the first sign of difficulty, or does she find a way to keep going? A woman who faces challenges with resilience, who doesn't let failure define her, earns a deep level of admiration. Strength isn't about never falling. It's about always getting back up. There's also something deeply inspiring about a woman who supports and encourages the passions of those around her. A woman who celebrates others' successes, who pushes people to pursue their own dreams, who genuinely believes in the growth of those she cares about. That kind of energy is rare. Men notice when a woman is not only driven, but also uplifting to others. When she is confident enough in her own path that she can celebrate someone else's without comparison or jealousy. You can't replicate someone else's compassion or jealousy. Attraction is more than physical. It's mental, emotional, and even spiritual. A woman with passion and drive stands out because she carries a sense of purpose, and that purpose shapes everything about her. Her conversations, her mindset, her aura. Men notice when a woman is moving towards something greater than herself, because it means she isn't just looking for someone to complete her. She's already complete on her own, and that is truly powerful. Life is unpredictable. It will test you, challenge you, and push you beyond your comfort zone. But what truly defines a person isn't what happens to them, it's how they respond. Men notice how a woman carries herself in difficult moments, how she handles stress, failure, and disappointment. Strength isn't about never struggling, it's about how you rise when life knocks you down. Imagine a situation where something goes wrong, maybe a sudden change of plans, an argument, or an unexpected setback. Does she immediately panic, lash out, or become overwhelmed? Or does she take a deep breath, assess the situation, and handle it with grace? Men observe this closely, not because they expect perfection, but because the way a woman responds to challenges speaks volumes about her emotional intelligence and resilience. A woman who remains composed under pressure, who finds solutions rather than dwelling on problems, is someone who commands admiration. This strength isn't just about handling big life crises, it's also about the small moments. Does she let a rude comment from a stranger ruin her day, or does she brush it off and move forward? When things don't go according to plan, does she complain endlessly, or does she adapt and make the best of the situation? The ability to stay grounded, to not let external circumstances dictate inner peace, is something men deeply respect. Men also notice emotional resilience. Life isn't always fair, and heartbreak, failure, and disappointment are inevitable. But a woman who learns from her experiences, who doesn't let the past define her future, is someone who stands out. It's easy to be kind and joyful when everything is going well, but true character is revealed in adversity. Does she let setbacks make her bitter, or does she use them as fuel to grow? A woman who can acknowledge pain but still choose hope, who can face challenges with a mindset of learning rather than defeat, possesses a rare kind of inner strength. Another thing men observe is how a woman treats herself in difficult times. Does she practice self-care, set boundaries, and prioritize her well-being? Strength isn't just about pushing through hardships. It's also about knowing when to step back, when to heal, and when to say no. A woman who values herself enough to walk away from toxic situations, who respects her own peace, shows a level of self-awareness and confidence that men admire. The strength isn't about being invincible. It's about knowing when to fight, when to let go, and when to trust that life will work out. It's about resilience, grace, and the ability to stand tall even when the world tries to shake you. Men notice when a woman carries herself with quiet strength, when she faces challenges with dignity instead of drama. That kind of presence is unforgettable, not just because it's rare, but because it's real. Attraction goes beyond looks, beyond words, beyond fleeting moments. It's about the silent things, the energy you bring, the way you move through life. Men notice far more than they often express. Not just the way a woman looks, but the way she carries herself, the way she treats people, the way she navigates challenges and pursues her passions. Confidence isn't about arrogance, and kindness isn't about weakness. Strength isn't about never falling, it's about getting back up with grace. The way you show up in the world, the way you handle both the highs and the lows, leaves an impression that lasts far longer than any first glance. Men may not always say it out loud, but they remember the small details. The way you smile when you're truly happy, the way you listen with intention, the way you walk with purpose. They notice your energy, your resilience, your drive. They pay attention to the way you treat others when no one is watching, to the way you handle setbacks without letting them define you. Attraction isn't about being perfect, it's about being real. It's about embracing who you are, standing strong in your values, and carrying yourself with a quiet confidence that needs no validation. Because when a woman moves through life with authenticity, grace, and purpose, she doesn't just turn heads, she leaves a lasting impact. The next time you think men only notice what meets the eye, remember this. The greatest things about you are the ones you don't even realize you're showing. Thank you.